Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld, and today we're going to take a look at World War II shooters and whether they still have a place in gaming today. This is a topic that gets talked about a lot in the community, so clearly there is a market for this type of game, but will we ever see another big budget AAA World War II game of the likes of Battlefield 1942? World War II games were at the height of their popularity about 10 years ago, and a big part of the reason I think developers moved away from the World War II theme is because they ended up being done to death. Franchises like COD, Battlefield and Medal of Honor all started out with a World War II theme, but I think after so many years of these style games flooding the market, the community just got sick of them. There's still a few great World War II FPS games like Heroes and Generals out there today, but ever since about COD 4, the big budget FPS franchises have all taken a real turn towards a modern theme. Most games these days also focus on the customizable loadout, and it's gotten to the point that in games like BF4, it's possible to play with a different loadout every day if you want to. The reason why I think this doesn't fit so well into the World War II era is because weapon modularity and standardization didn't become a thing until about the Cold War. Prior to this, every country had its own ammunition, and there certainly wasn't anything like modular barrel systems or Picatinny rails to easily attach accessories to weapons. I mean, sure, optics, bipods and grenade launchers existed in World War II, but compared to the extensive list of attachments in BF4, there was hardly any weapon attachments at all. The average soldier, up until the end of the Vietnam War, basically carried a stock rifle using iron sights, and it makes me wonder how game developers could make that work into the current FPS model. Now, clearly going back to the same old format without adding in weapon and kit customization wouldn't work today, so if anything, what could developers do to reinvigorate the genre? Well, that's a tricky question because like I just pointed out, loadout customization couldn't be anywhere near as complex, so the changes would need to be made elsewhere. One thing I think could work is the seamless integration of infantry and vehicle combat on a very large scale like you see in PlanetSide 2. In BF4, except on maps like Silk Road, you rarely see more than 4 tanks and 4 jets on any one map, so I think it would be great to see a World War II shooter with a ton of vehicles playing alongside a lot more infantry. Also, rather than self-contained maps like you see in BF4, I think it would be also awesome to see a World War II game made in a sandbox style. In PS2, thousands of players work together to influence their own little part of the war, which is something that you just don't see in games like BF4 or Call of Duty, and is something that I think would work really well with a World War II theme. Now, another thing that I think that they could easily do to freshen up the old World War II shooter format is to put more emphasis on the player customization by working in more perks as well as faction-based weapons and bonuses. You could choose to play as any of the major powers involved in World War II, and each playable country could have a different set of weapons and different perks and bonuses based on the historical characteristics of that nation. BF1942 already had different weapons for different countries, and even though that concept has sort of gone out the window, it's starting to make a comeback in a few recent games. Insurgency has faction-based weapons, and apparently Hardline is going to have them too, so I think a system like this could work in a World War II shooter, and I think it would definitely add to the historical realism of the game. So yeah, basically my whole point is that taking the emphasis off the gear and shifting the focus to the character customization and the core gameplay itself might make up for the lack of weapon customization available in the World War II setting. That being said though, will players be willing to give up their red dot sights and their suppressors? Maybe not, and considering games like Destiny, Titanfall and Advanced Warfare are becoming even more futuristic, maybe people won't want to give up their double jump abilities either. Regardless, I'd love to see a new World War II themed Battlefield or Call of Duty someday, even if I do have to wait a while for it to happen. Until then, I guess I'll keep playing classics like BF1942, World at War and Brothers in Arms, because these are honestly some of my favourite shooters of all time, and they're a big part of the reason I love the FPS genre so much today. But anyway, what do you guys think? Would you like to see more big budget World War II shooters? Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and as always, if you like what you see, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. If you haven't already, please check out all my other Battlefield 4 videos. I've got them all linked in a playlist in the description below, and until next time, see you later and have a good one.